No more don doko 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 don doko dos. No more. Because now it is heaven's vault time. High lying Kesh, in all heaven and earth. You are the form-shaping place, spreading fear like a great poisonous snake. Hymn 7, the Kesh Temple of Ninurix. In Aduana, circa 2030 BCE. Where's music? There's music. Because it turns out that next week to the day is a birthday of Heaven Vault's release, and this is a cool game, let me sell you on it. Space Archaeology. Space Archaeology and Linguistics. In a nebula where you sail from moon to moon, on rivers in the sky. And for a game about archaeology and linguistics, it's a very intellectual one too. Like covers all those sweet feminist and Marxist issues about who history belongs to, how history is created, how truth is created. Imagine, if you will, a world controlled by an administrative center run a university of Iox. That is a power and privilege on the campus of Iox, and you are not Ioxian. You are but an Elborithian street rat brought in as a pet project. Though let me change settings really quickly, because it's one of those games you could tab out, everything pauses. Just want to see how the audio bouncy is. Don't go away. Alright, that's alright. Audible, but not overwhelming. And the speech, you want the speech. Hey, Angel Candy. It sounds complicated, but most of the history is. The gameplay itself has two major modes. Walking around and sailing around is pretty easy. It's just, you know, basic video game maneuvering. The meat of the matter is in deciphering the ancient language. And it starts off pretty simple, right? But as you go deeper in the game, and in deeper playthroughs, because New Game Plus is in play for multiple times in a row, each time around it gets more complex in the kind of phrases and statements it gives you. And the cool thing is, right, how you interpret something or how you don't interpret something affects how Elia Elasra interprets it and how history kind of changes based on it.
Stories don't have tidy beginnings. The past is always present.
I'll cutscene for it.
But there has to be a spark. Something that brings the past to light.
Oh wait, hold on. What do I have the speed set on? No, it vanished! I made a crash! No! Great, fantastic start. Oh well. It's alright, just the intro. Speaking of perfect start, the intro kind of has a little fun game I like to play that probably isn't intended. Already read about Highline Cache. On the previous laptop, right before that thing died, had like 4 or 5 playthroughs in this, and there's this huge book that you eventually find that in the first playthrough you cannot at all interpret. There's why. Got text speed way up for speedrunning purposes. You back down. Whistly, down a bit. He's changed on me. Yeah, that should do. I do like fast text speed too, but if I'm gonna read things out, then I can't read it out at that speed. I've always thought that at someday I could like speedrun this or something, but it's a very slow game, it's kind of ponderous.
Is always present.
Like this walking speed right here, that's not cutscene.
Something that brings the past to light.
That's normal walking speed. Please climb carefully. Gotta get back into the voices. It's been a whole year. Worry too much, not much further. You can choose options, but in some you could choose not to talk at all. As so. If you stumble, it will push you up. Sometimes Sometimes it just defaults to her picking one for herself. Other times, it forces you to pick something. Cool thing here, right? You could control by keyboard and mouse. Mouse to move around, or to look around, interact with stuff, keyboard to move. But this game allows you to fully keyboard it. It's a minor thing, but I like fighting things like that. This feels fast for as slow as I put the text speed. And if I press space now... oh no, there it is, it's center, not space. Thought they fixed it. You can totally interrupt this, and just constantly... does nothing but waste your own time. But heck. It's some control over the cinematic. Alright, fine, you can continue. Spoilers, that does say Heaven's Vault. I forget exactly how it breaks down. After a couple of runs playing this game, you kind of like intuitively figure out what the languages say. University of Iox, some weeks earlier.
My story
some weeks, but
begins on Iox. That was where I met the robot.
If you're really quick, it could take like hours in-game. Like not in-game in-game, but in their universe in-game. Hey, it's John Ingold. Excuse me. In trouble? Who are you? Funny thing, right? According to John Ingold, the personalities of Six here and Elia kind of become more set in stone the more you hop around, and we'll figure out what hopping is later. Say what you wanted? You have a name? Let's talk about names. Joke? Not a joke? Why has she sent? No, give us that lore. Don't crash, don't crash. What about slower text speed then? Just a skosh. There we go. So why has she sent 6? Tell us that. Not that 6 is 6 yet. Ethical core. Get one of those. Say what you wanted. How are things in Iox? Give us a skinny on the local situation. Got control back. What was I saying earlier? Whatever it was must have been
15
important.
when my Ari rescued me from the slums of Elbereth and brought me here. I'd never seen such luxury or such kindness.
Something about 6, was it? Question. But welcome to Wyox. This is the admin core. Everything here is all absolutely scientific, by the way. It's not like a total tyrannical place. Engineering, robotics, all valued very highly. Oh right, that's right, personalities. Because you can control Alaya to respond to all sorts of things in all different ways. She could be very grateful to Iox and Miyari, or she could hate them both thoroughly. And the more you play on that style, the more it locks in. Which is pretty cool. History here, it turns out, they got no use for. There's no value to it as far as they know. Does it build a thing? Does it do a thing? No? Then it has no value. So in some ways it's also kind of a love letter to social sciences. Like they have a history, as they know it. How do I scroll it again? Because that's just wiggling that around. There you go, that's how. But it's not a very thorough history. Lots of blanks. There's lots in the present day, they know they're present. But almost nothing on where they came from, why the powers and institutions are as they are. Know her own birth, Timor. Where is? Got my third robot. I'll find it later. So how should I play this time for the first playthrough? All up in Miyari's business, or supplicant towards her? Play true to her. Or a version of her. Want the robot to wait outside. This feels dead silent. It's not supposed to be dead silent, I don't think. Weird. Oh well, tell us what you want. I hear the sound effects, so it's probably not. Go full sass. Brooch, cheap or certainly old? If you want to put an input in, feel free to, but sometimes gotta jump those numbers out there because it disappears quickly sometimes. Right now it doesn't. But in some options, you get barely seconds. It's a brooch. Be professional. Sassy, but professional. Then why did you summon Laya? Stay out, are you sure? This is like the 8th playthrough for me, so I won't get spoiled any if you want to jump in. Hobby. History is not just a hobby. And might introduce you to the main mechanic of the game. Interpreting this ancient, dead, pseudo-unknown language. That's a fair thing to say. And I do recommend playing it. It's not the most difficult game, so it's not like you need Dark Souls-esque skills to play it. It's more of a puzzle game. Because you have here 2 words, you have no idea what they are. But you see similarities. You got the squiggle like the Minish Cap, you got a squiggle like a rod. Friend, beloved emperor, friend or holy. And similarities, you might think similarities. So holy beloved doesn't really match. Beloved friend, holy emperor. I'll try holy emperor. I know the answer anyway. Well, for this one at least. Always starts off holy emperor. But for the time being, it's only a guess. All she has is her saying it. That's not exactly peer review. Does it help at all? What's it about? Don't think it actually belonged to an emperor. Does it help her? For reasons I won't say, had some upsets about this whole Renba thing. Had my own assumptions, own conclusions, and they were all thoroughly wrong. Call him then. And because she's a mere historian or archaeologist, we got nothing but time. What are we gonna return? Mom, nothing but sass. But you can't go yourself then for this friend of yours. Is she gonna make us slam the door behind us? Because we can get her mad. Ooh, see what we can dig up. That'll get her angry. I annoyed Miari just now. It says it doesn't matter how she treats her. Still gets spat on, but she can make it so that they do walk out more respectable. Gonna get all the questions in. Hate robots, follow around, oh yes. I don't think I've done oh yes. Have I? Either way, it's been like a year. And see perceptions. All 6 has is his own IOX perceptions and frames of reference. But then the same for most people here, even if they aren't robots. Confirmation? Yes. Got Emperor correct. Still her assumption so far though. Just because it is an Empire piece doesn't mean it's inherently Empire, even with the eagle motif. But I'll take the freebie. Gotta start us off somewhere on a gameplay basis. So there is music, just really faint. Gotta turn it up way loud. How are you, Huang? Be nice to Huang. Huang's a good fellow. Now I have to go. Got a new robot. Let's play nice with him. We scratch his back, he scratches ours. And we can't get Space Girlfriend unless we go through him. Not really relevant. Absolutely interested. Space archaeologist, of course she'd be. Too loud now? Maybe it's just really finicky, like up here is way too loud, down here is way too low. Gotta find that golden centrist option.
He began to talk with such passion that his eyes glittered.
How's that now? More balanced?
And he seemed to grow at least an inch taller.
Best be going? No. That was fascinating. Praise him for his stories. Janiki Renba, Mayersi. Ooh, ask about Renba or the brooch. Ask about Renba. It's a primary goal right now. Find the missing roboticist. What did he teach? When did you see him last? What sort of man is he? What did he teach here? Best amphi-roboticists. Big storm outside, oh Angel, lucky. Had a good thunderstorm a few days back and it was beautiful. We don't get weather like that here often enough. We don't know Huang. Be straightforward. He's not Miyar, we could be friends with him. Is he gonna show us? He is. A line of ancient, in the annals of Mazwai. Of course he had the time. Give it, always. Now play standoffish, politely standoffish, show me. And I'll let you know if I have the time. Empress, something, something. See if I remember my ancient. Probably don't. Let me see. It's been a year, but I think that's not River on the end. Maybe buried? Buried or banished? Gonna say buried. The housey thing with 3 lines coming down. But a person. A dewy person thingy. I feel like it's robots or laborers. Robots based on very vague recollections of what certain glyphs might mean. Laborers. Because Empress has that person-y thingy. It's got the same squiggles on it. The Minish cap here, the Minish cap there. I'm gonna say robots. Empress buried robots. Or banished? Wait, hold on. Oh no, I was gonna do something. I wasn't ready yet. Just now realized that he could, like, wave the words around. And I don't think he could on release. It was more of a snap thing. Did robots give orders? Weren't any robots of the Empire robot emperors? Well, as far as we know, there weren't any robots in the Empire. and already a taste that the history they know might not be the history that was. Has 6 sailed? He said he's recently been activated. Must be a no, though. Or past 6, maybe. Oh, we can't stay a while first? And check out the compass right next to us? It's alright. I think what I'll do for this playthrough is just go through the beats as they come up. The expected route of Iox to the storm, and so on and so on. Now if I want to be quick, then I'd skip my RC, go to Elbereth, and see if Tappy or Timor have nice presents for me. That lead me straight to the Merchant Moon, but that's really unreliable. What else do you know about my RC? If the new robot knows anything, nothing? We could say right now we want to go to Elbereth, her hometown. Nah, my RC it is then. Got a job to do, gotta do it. Doesn't it, Angel? Pigs and rice is a great combination. You got your base food, plus your meats and sauces in there. To Elbereth. Now the orange line is a recommended course, but you can deviate from it if you wanted to. You could deviate, but it has to be within the direction of the stream.
Mayari wanted us to sail to Maerzi. It was a short sail through fast waters.
See if I'm ready to fly. And it's a gorgeous game. The sailing takes a while, and they did add like fast travel and so on. But even taking a while is a treat. Well, got pushed to the right. Oh well. Could reset, but I could just enjoy it. And who knows? Might be some wreck or some ruin or something floating around. Or alternative paths to take you elsewhere. Sadly though, it is kind of closed off. You can't really sequence break it. Like if you know where the other moons are, and you know the route and want to sail to it, the route to it just won't exist. You can go where the route wants to be, but it won't be to get the right triggers for it. Which is what makes going to Elbereth early and getting Timor and Tappy to give you stuff all that important. If you want to be quick. Because then, if you get the right artifacts from the right provenance and the right matrices, then you get access to those locked out rivers. But unless it's more reliable than I think, or if there's a more reliable way, I'm not going to try it. If you get it right, the game's like 2 hours long. If you don't get it right, you spend 2 hours trying to get it right. My RC ho. And the cool thing, right, this isn't just pretty space rocks for the sake of pretty space rocks. The history that you uncover isn't just bound to humans and robots. Maersi, a farming moon. And it really is a nice moon. Not just pigs and rice, but clean air,
We
clean
stepped
water.
off the ship
Good place to
and into the
retire.
mud. Mud covered the ground and rock.
Oh, and I just remembered.
Everywhere I looked, things were growing from the mud. And some of those things had legs.
There's a screenshot on the Steam page from Maersi that talks about finding a crater or something in the trees. And I tried to find it, but it's inaccessible as far as I know. Probably something pre-release that was cut. Or I'm just not thorough. Could be that too. Roboticist in a rural plot. Well, Iox is pretty sterile. They have a tree. It's a very nice tree. But nothing as lush as all this. This is trees everywhere. It's wet, it's verdant. This is life. Not just a small park or garden. She does have a ship. Brass figurine. But even then, has she been everywhere, is a question. And Maersi here seems to be the exception, if Iox and Elbereth are an indication. Okay, this is a figurine, right? From N Empire. Like, if I remember correctly, it used to be click the word, then it would go from place to place. I don't remember being able to float it around like this. Or it could just be memory being really sloppy. Either way, Empress doesn't fit. Mechanicals? Doesn't? No. Holy? Holy could. Holy what though? If Holy's correct. Resembles buried in the sense. I don't know if the mouse is visible. But in the sense that it has these double things in the front and the squiggly in the back. And was it buried because it's not river? Well, that requires river being correct. And it's probably not because it's been a while. Something holy something. Light? The thing that is coming down illuminating? So toward or follow, I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna say follow. Follow holy light on a figurine. Either way, it's just a guess for now. It's an unknown. But that's two sites. Or two objects from the same site to help narrow it down. Oh right, even camera controls can be keyboard too. So this game is absolutely 100% keyboard if you wanted. You could mouse it. But this is fun too. And if you have doubts or want to try something back, inscriptions. Because especially for the first few playthroughs, you simply might not know what these things are, and only have guesses to back yourself up with. And the only thing to illuminate your guesses is more guesses. An Iox emblem. Right, just tributes. Not Renba saying, "Here I am." Well, you can't see the mouse, it's great then. Some games you can't, so...
The air smelled earthy and
That'll help
sweet.
point things out. They got rice. Actual rice. Would not appear so. They got pigs. They grow pigs here. Truly hideous. Beautifully crafted. Where is she from? 2 and 3. Good historical questions. Let's see where she's from. 2 would make Franz Boas proud, even if it's hideous to her. Relativism and all that. You can't be sure, 6. But what is a wellspring in a philosophical sense? What are fingers even? Okay, check the carving. See if I remember. Holy water? The thing that is squiggly. What? Then what are you? Nomad? Probably not. But... Minish cap thing, followed by Cain. Which is also an emperor, and what I assume to be robots or laborers. So personally maybe. Goddess? Holy water goddess? To describe what this figure is? Plenty of water here. Maybe pig god too. Be the unbiased academic. And if it is a fertility thing, she does have the hips for it. Material moving from place to place. Let's see transformation. New site indicated. Crystal moon of the cyclones. What kind of crystal is it, 6? Give us that much. I'm no mineralogist. Valueless. Bah. Shard improvement to find him. Are they? Is this enough of a lead? Village first. We can't leave things unattended. Though funny enough, 6 saying let's go now is great if you want to speedrun it. Do like 1 or 2 things, triggers impulse, and off you go. You never know, old castles can be farmyards. And even more rice. Could I comment on the rice? No, can't comment on it. Okay. There's loads one can interact with, but most of them are just to get some bits of dialogue from Alliance 6. Sometimes insightful, sometimes just letting the personalities out. Well, what do you call those rocks right there? Those are pretty large rocks. Not setting now, but one does look at Central America and can ask the very same questions. I want to interact with that dot. Give it. Okay, I have no idea why that dot is not interactable. That dot, just walk up to it. No? Still no? After all, ruins is what she was asking for. Wouldn't have to be a large tower now or anything. Could have in the... Ooh. Word came up, I saw it. I don't want to look at Pennsylvania. My ex is there. Hey pigs. The pigs here are great. I mean, look at these things. Such detail, such charming faces. Don't go away. I'm trying to admire you. Alright, that cancels it out. Kinda, sorta. And she's not so reprehensible these days, so I can cut Pennsylvania some slack. But just some. Because it's not just the X from there, but the X family too.
On Mersey. Buildings on stilts, jumping out of the bushes like children. It was so quiet.
And not gonna lie, this does give some nostalgia to me. Less concrete, more wood. But it's somewhat similar. Of course, rather than pigs everywhere, we had chickens and sometimes cows roaming around. Robots uncovered, were they? Is that why Rimba went here? He is, after all, a roboticist. Hey, a person. Hey, person. Can we talk to you? Oh. Pig's more important than a ox. No dots in there to click. More fantastic piggies. It does stink, but you know, you're from Iox, you're used to it. Alright, doesn't look like there's anything else here. I think that if I didn't find the figurine in the bushes there, would have found one up here instead.
Three paths met at the heart of the village. I could imagine them all, sitting around here in the evenings, sipping rucker and singing.
And I've already forgotten which path they came from. Someone who does speak, fantastic. Greetings, looking for someone, talking to me. Be polite, build rapport with the locals. Do Franz Bo is proud, get some participant observation in. It is a well, yeah. But at least when Eli is letting her imagination and poetics get ahead of her, she's not being as wild as Lara Croft is. Oh, some bones. I bet this was human sacrifice for a dead god or whatever. Laura, please, let's not peer review. Take your notes, do your sketches, publish something, then we'll see. Bring a team back here. We'll have a look around. placate him. It's a beautiful moon you have. Could he help us? Be polite? Be nice, pleasant? Oh, he's not very fond of us already. Due to the colonial dynamics between Iox and Maersi. It's not true. Friend is Ioxian. Did you find some robots here? Nah, it's not true. We don't see him as ants. Friend is Ioxian or a man named Janiki. Either one's honest. My friend is Ioxian. Be upfront about it. Oh, is that it? Did I upset him? No, don't leave yet. Eli doesn't understand yet. Continue talking. Back to the fields. Where's this go? That's the village, where I came from. Okay. Anything on the well? There is something on the well. An inscription on the well. Okay, so, from what I remember, pretty sure X is a negation of some kind. Ah, but that's a thing. Did the brooch come from this moon? He said he was here, but was a brooch here? From? If the squiggle implies movement of some kind. Not leaving? What are you then? Looks like buried, huh? Assuming buried is correct. And I can't remember why it might be correct. Only thing it has with the Emperor is the Wa symbol. And same with the light, has a Wa and the Ra. What makes sense? If I have to guess it. Holy water. From below Earth? From below rock? Depends. How are we interpreting Earth here? Just dirt Earth, ground Earth, the planet Earth? From below Earth, I'll say. Holy water, from below Earth. It's on a well, too, given its provenance. Oh, that's him asking. Could you read this, sir? All the symbols say water. Are you sure it says water? What else would it say? It's a well. It is a well, but still. Find a figurine, show the crystal, show the brooch. Show the brooch, see if he recognizes it. But do you recognize this brooch? Though I could have asked about masters in that relationship. What about the figurine? Does he care for the figurine? That came from here objectively? And how about the crystal? Crystal, not of this moon, found on their moon. behind the goddess statue. Oh, it's not very fond of me now. Is it too late? Can we talk still? Sir? No? Did I burn all those bridges? Aww. Or, no, we can't pester him more. Nobody else would talk to me here. What's up with that, sir? You talk to us. You tell us. No, I'm not done yet. You made the mistake of talking to me. I just want to find this man. Help me out here. No, not my husband. Or afraid something's happened to him. No, or something's happened, I think are good options. Nah, not my husband. Establish that non-relationship fact. Should be married even if unhappily. Goodness. Threaten him with Iox will punish you. Iox is fair and just want to know where he is. Surely, if he had an accident, it's not like Iox would, like, drop the hammer on them. They are fair and just. He's not my husband! You know, in the many times I played this game, this is the first time he's demanded that he's my husband. He's not. We said he's not. Yeah, keep the report. Thank you. We pestered him enough. Shown him junk. He gave us information. Be considerate to him. But wait. If he's insisting that Renbo's our husband, out loud in the open, does that mean certain ears might have picked up on that? Don't hassle me, Six. What, do I want to go up? That's not where I want to go. What am I doing? We're not going back to the Nightingale, are we? Okay, good, she's finally stopped walking. I think what I might have done was step into a zone transition while talking to Six about something, and that just bounced me right back out till they were done with it. Maybe. Could I come up now? See, now you work. Is that it after all then? Walking this length but in the wrong direction? For Myox, name's Laya, born in Elbereth. She was born in Elbereth, let's clarify that. Among all the other misconceptions like being married to Renba. Name is Laya. Introduce yourself. Not her. Oh, no, not Miyari. My name is Alaya Mayari. Could be duplicitous. What is that here waiting for? Do you know Janiki Renba? If she's gonna talk in circles at me? Janik, you did? Don't be brutal, Aya. You have time for this. You got all day for it. What, the goddess? Found it already. Found it. Finally, somebody helpful. What was he doing here, though? If you knew him, if he's your dreamy Talayoxian, you must know something. Something in the sky. Well, we did put a sight down to the cyclones, didn't we? Iolite Moon, unknown site someplace out here. You stepped in life, Alaya. Oh, nothing else up here as far as I can tell. Where's the way down? Not this way. Is there one this way? How far does this go? Huh. Quite a ways it seems, but haven't been this way yet. Though it's all field anyway. Excuse me, pig. See, our houses too. Wouldn't quite call them stilts, but they were kind of on. Well, I guess you would call them short stilts, wouldn't you? The dog slept under him, and I guess mostly it was kind of like a kind of storage. All the old junk and stuff, no attics for us, just toss it into the house. Oh no, oh no, it is buffering. Comcast, behave. What's the KBS right this moment? 800? Oh. Comcast, please, don't be mean to Heaven's Vault. It's a great game. $600, $1,000, $2,000. And I hear grumblings into the room as everyone suffers about internet. Now, did you know? I learned this watching Mr. Shasta, but apparently, competitors in this region to Comcast get like 37 upload speed, whereas here, an upload speed of 11 is fantastic. And of course the Twitch dashboard itself is so very unhelpful. Angry red squiggle. And if you hover, it says 3,900, which would be good. But it's not really 3,000, it's more like 2,700. It's kind of hovering around 3,000 now. 3,000 not too bad. Now 2,000, I jinxed it. 1,000. 700. Well, at least the good news is it's buffering during a lot of walking around. If you're lucky, it might stabilize a little bit by the time it gets to something cool. Nope, 0 kilobytes per second. Then 1,000. Then 200. 6. 1,600. 400. Bleh. Let's see if that buffs out. And it's only been 1 hour too. Fantastic Comcast, not even like a 2-hour chunk or anything. Not even VOD-worthy that. Well, if it doesn't drop completely yet, then we'll see how it does. But if it drops complete like it did during the end of Yakuza, then yeah, that'll be it for the day. If though. Ren bought at the crystal for Miara to find, but what was he trying to tell her? Sail for Iox and tell Miara what we learned so far about Renba. Or find him. Drop frames, but still in the 4 digits. So it's a little bit better. Just a slight smudge better. Never been that way. Cyclones is a dangerous place. Or let's go. It is a dangerous wild. Hence, Cyclone. What did you discover? Dangers to sink through a hurricane, better find out. We'd better find out. We don't have anything concrete yet. Not even concrete bitrate. Triple digits. Come on, Comcast, behave. Show some respect for the game. Yeah, to the moon then. And it's a shame too, because the game kind of opens up at this point. It kind of opens up earlier, if you choose to leave Mirrors behind. But now, you can roam around, find random stuff in the skies. Which way to go? Where's my map? Left or right? Let's try right. Too late, we're going left. Oh, I've had worse, do you knows, if you want even harder ones. Don't ask about anagrams for nicest. Do I want to go left here? What is left here? Oh, that's just back around towards Iox. It's nice of the map to show you exactly where the rivers flow. Yeah, keep right then. And if I look around, I might find something out there. Might. And 6 might be so kind as to tell me too. Although, unknown water to the left. How can we not take him? Don't miss. Good. Miss turning reset. Nah, don't miss it. Or don't reset it. Still unhappy bitrate, but 2000 is better than 0. And the jinxed it. Oh no, that was a while ago. It really is buffering bad then. If you're still watching 5 minutes of the past me. But 5 minutes of the past me was so awful. Which at least means, if you gotta prolong the experience, at least you're prolonging during this beautiful stellar rapids. A little bit better, but it is still angry red squiggles. It's better in the sense that it's not flatlining, but it's still far less than ideal. Technically, if this is me in the present, talking to Angel 5 minutes in the past, talking to me from 10 minutes in the past, does that make this more time travel communication? Now is this Six or Alaya talking? Because she's from Elbereth, she knows the relationship between Iox and the other moons, but if it's Six, all he knows is Iox. So with his upbringing and privilege, he wouldn't be aware exactly of how other moons respond to Ioxian control. Helping them, extorting them. Something led him here, maybe something did. Because if he was helping them, they wouldn't be so hush-hush about him, would they? Angry Six. Six is always angry, you gotta narrow it down for me. Kinda surprising though, not a single wreck or ruin this entire time. And where am I anyway? Oh, just about there then. Maybe, if I did stick to the path, would have been something more interesting. Oh wait, no. Hold on. You can go right past it. Because it's in this general area, but the river only goes through it at the very edge, then right back out. Then we'll have to loop back around, come back up, and see if you can't get another second go. About restarting. The only thing that really helps is restarting the whole router. And I can't restart the router because other people in the building, you got classes going on, and so on and so on. So I can't reset the router for my own purposes. And that'll be like a whole hour-long endeavor because Comcast is Comcast. So it might be buffering quite a bit for the next hour, half an hour maybe. But at least then, well, I keep saying if, this is giving Comcast way too much credit. But so long as it doesn't drop completely, there's a possibility it might recover. Yeah, see, right on the edge of that moon space. So came in, then left right away. Oh no, stay long between drops. See, even if the Twitch dashboard doesn't give any useful numerical values, and the pop-up number you get is completely worthless and not at all accurate, like I'll say 3000 when it's really 200, and say 3000 for like 5 minutes till it updates. What am I doing here? Alright, all the way down here now. But wait, a tick? Is that an unknown site right there? How to get here? Loop here, here and around. Is your gate open? Can I fly into you already? Was gonna say something. Still 1000, 2000 kilobytes per second. At the very least, it's not dipping into the triple digits too much. Like, it's not going 700 or 300 or more, 900 at most. You know what, let's go left. I could explore, but the bitrate's already suffering plenty. Straight to the Iolite moon to give Comcast some time to recover. Wait, hold up. Oh, it says right here. I was looking here, it's like, that's not right, that's left. So right, then left.